sent a message that we're more than a wide receiver away from being able to fix this thing. So why mortgage the future right now? Because a receiver isn't going to get us done. Brandon Cooks wasn't going to put them over the top. This team is a mess. And it's not so much about the offense. We knew the offense was going to be struggling and have to transition. This is more about that defense that we thought was going to be top 5 and be able to lead the way as this offense was be able to have enough time to develop and learn how to play post Davante Adams. But, man, it has to go all the way back. We got to turn it all the way back. Doesn't look like we talk about quarterbacks and wide receivers. Doesn't look like Davante Adams is succeeding and having much fun without Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron isn't Aaron without Davante Adams. Well, guess what? Who fault is that? That's Aaron Rodgers, because he's held this team hostage for the last couple of years by going to a teepee and smoking out instead of making a decision so that Davante Adams would say, hey, I can stay. And this goes all the way back, and this goes to the arrogance of the organization and the arrogance of Aaron Rodgers thinking, hey, just get me some receivers. I'll figure it out. I'm the baddest man on the planet. I'm the reigning MVP. I'll have an opportunity to coach these guys up. Look what I did with Jordy Nelson. Look what I did with Greg Jennings. Look what I did with Jones. I can make anybody great because I'm just that special. But guess what? That's not the case. And he's regretting it, because if they would have had some truth serum, they would say, you know what? Instead of getting 2 defensive players in the first round, yes, the Packers had 2 first-round draft picks. Instead of saying, hey, I'm going to go address the defensive side of the ball, making a strength, they should have got Aaron Rodgers, somebody that can, beat the defense. They should have moved up and got Chris Olave. They had an opportunity to get a good receiver, not an experimental one in the second round in Christian Watson. So now you want to complain and cry, oh, let me guess, Sammy Watkins is injured. I mean, if you had a prop bet about who's going to be hurt more, Sammy Watkins or Julio Jones, you can make you a lot of money. So going on and going to get Sammy Watkins as somebody that you can depend on, and Randall Cobb is asinine. So the fact that they, failed Aaron Rodgers has failed the organization. They all got to take accountability for where this team is, but it starts with Aaron Rodgers, because his arrogance and his inability to make decisions and hold the organization hostage is now a problem. And they really have to take a deep look about Aaron Rodgers' future, because it looks like the rest of the division has caught up and passed them. Because even with Davante Adams, Aaron Rodgers always talks about how he owns the Chicago Bears. Well, guess what? Jimmy G and the 49ers own you. So even if they had Davante Adams, it's not, with the way this defense is playing, doesn't mean that they would be anywhere anyway, Dan. You're going to get your opportunity, Dan. I'm just getting warmed up. They should consider trading Aaron Rodgers in the offseason. He should give the Packers a gift. Say, trade me, get the Russell Wilson deal where I can get 2 first-round draft picks, get some players like they got when they got Noah Fant, get some guys that can help, because this is a long way back to the top when you consider the fact that Jordan Love is average at best. Proceed, Dan.
Wow. That was a lot. All right. First of all, epic failure by Green Bay and massive missed opportunity. All right, so Jimmy G does not have the best of Aaron Rodgers. Just so we're abundantly clear, the last 2 times that Jimmy G has beat him in the playoffs, Aaron has outplayed him both times, okay? It's just 2 years ago was a dominant run performance. Last year, Jimmy G stunk in that game. Flat out stunk.
How many points did Aaron Rodgers put up last year in the playoffs?
That was because San Francisco's defense was awesome. And
How
Aaron
many points did the baddest man, the MVP, put up? You got to give him some accountability, too.
I think 6. In that game. But that wasn't because Jimmy G played so well. Aaron outplayed him by far. Jimmy G was terrible in that game last year.
Be honest. Admit it. Jimmy G's his daddy.
Stop it, dude. Stop. That
Jimmy G, he owns him.
Oh, my gosh, dude. Oh, my gosh.
Jimmy G's
That's
daddy.
one of the dumbest things I've heard on set on television. Jimmy G
Everybody has a kryptonite.
All right. Second of all, everyone just caught a stray in what you said, like the general manager, the quarterback, Randall Cobb, Sammy Watkins. I feel somehow Russell Wilson did as well. You said, well, this was a problem of Aaron Rodgers' arrogance and that he should have wanted them to get him a receiver. Aaron has been outspoken for years about wanting to get a receiver early in the draft. He was live on Pat McAfee's show on Tuesday during the trade deadline saying, hopefully we'll break some news here. So, he had literally used the word hopefully, okay? So he's been outspoken that he wanted more perimeter help. This is why I think it's a massive miss and an epic failure by Green Bay. Okay, so when Green Bay decided to trade Davante Adams, reminder everybody at home, they wanted to re-sign him. Davante wanted out forever. What reasons? Okay. When they decide to trade Davante, they get those 2 first-round picks. And Bart, I was immediately one of those people who was like, yo, you got to use them to go get a receiver. I agree. They were the one team that I was like, you have to go up, package them to get a receiver. They don't. So then my mind transitioned to, well, they're going to change the style of football. They're going to be a run-dominant team, really good offensive line, 2 great backs, and they're going to have a dominant defense.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.